right?
Yeah.
So when I go into a home, I say the cheesiest stuff ever because I want to be the grandson they never had.
Decided
Right?
that, you know what? Just because my mission's over doesn't mean I don't have a mission. I could still protect, bless people, help my community, and grow. I wanted my customers to have confidence that I wasn't just coming in with 3 solutions and I'm going to fit them into it, right? I wanted them to see, here's everything I got, and let's pick.
Owned by an insurance.
Totally.
Yeah, absolutely. To bring it back to that shopping experience, I think what's really powerful is when I go into somebody's home and I'm introducing myself, I take a lot of time telling them a little bit about myself. On the phones, it's not that way. On the phones, it's like, here's our company, we're XYZ reputable, reviewed by blah, blah, blah. All this stuff is supposed to make the customer feel comfortable. But the issue that I have with that is that it's not you that they're going to be comfortable with. They're comfortable with your company, right?
Yeah.
So when I go into a home, I say the cheesiest stuff ever because I want to be the grandson they never had, right? I always explain to them, when I was 19, my family gave me 2 choices. You go in the military or you go on a mission. That's it. But either way, you're out of the house. I was like, military will help pay for schooling and all of that. That could be really good. But my mom was like, well, if you go on a mission, I'll buy you a car. And I was like, okay, let's think about this here. So I sent out my papers and church came back and they sent me the letter. And I was like, okay, if you're there, God, and you want me to serve, you got to send me somewhere cool. Because if this says Oklahoma, I'm not going. And I opened it up.
They got tornadoes in Oklahoma.
Yeah,
That's
another
exciting.
reason. No. And I was like, you know what? That's the biggest okay on the map. So I'm not doing just okay, right? And it was Barcelona, Spain. So, of course, I had to go, right? So I served a mission, and it was the best thing ever. I learned what it was like to be an immigrant, not speak the language, not know what I was buying at the store, and learn a new culture, have new experiences at a very young age. And then at the same time, be able to go and participate in leadership and lifting those missionaries as well. For a year, I was district leader. I was helping roughly 8 missionaries. For the last 6 months, it was almost 50 missionaries as a zone leader. And then like everybody else, they sent me home and it felt like this. Suddenly, it's all about me. Where am I going to go to school? Where am I going to do this? What am I going to drive? Who am I going to date? What am I going to do? Whereas the last few years have been, how can I help this family? How can I help this person come closer to the message? How can I help this missionary? And I really, really struggled to find my identity and how I can help people still and stay in alignment with my principles. And that's why I decided that, you know what? Just because my mission's over doesn't mean I don't have a mission. I could still protect, bless people, help my community, and grow. And that's why I got into insurance. Now, why I decided to work with Legacy is very simple. I like to give people the opportunity to shop instead of be sold. And with Legacy, we work with basically every carrier under the sun.
Yeah.
And that makes it so that way, when I'm talking to you, I'm kind of figuring out what's important to you, what's not important to you. I put it in my computer, which is a lot smarter than me, and I show it to you, and then you pick. So the only reason why someone doesn't buy from me is because they don't like me, which is impossible.
All right.
I would literally say this to everybody in their home, and they would laugh and think it was the corniest, funniest thing ever. And I was like, so without further ado, let's get started. I want you to ask as many questions as possible. And if something doesn't make sense, let me know. But that's really it. That's really what I'm about. And they loved it because it was just super transparent. They knew what to expect. I told them what buying is going to look like. And that the only reason why they wouldn't want to buy is because they don't like me. Because I have all the other training, all the other resources, everything else in my arsenal. And that's why I felt like talking about Legacy in that light and working with Legacy in that light was very valuable to me. And I wanted my customers to have confidence that I wasn't just coming in with 3 solutions and I'm going to fit them into it, right? I wanted them to see, here's everything I got, let's pick.
Owned by an insurance.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.